Okay, everyone, Emmy Rue has responded to what happened at Twitchcon. Now, we made a full video on this where we watched the clip of what happened, and we watched clips from other people's streams where you could see the guy, like, literally just, like, walking out of the convention center after. And I would go back to that original video or just search up online if you want to see it. I don't want to play it again because I want to focus on her response instead of just, like, regurgitating what I said in that video. And I know that if I watch it, I'll get angry and I'll regurgitate the same thing. But all I'm going to say is the reaction from Twitch has been piss poor. It's incredibly fucking disappointing. It's incredibly alarming. And this will have a knock-on effect for creators going to any sort of convention moving forward, by the way. TwitchCon, VidCon, DragCon, all of these things, we're going to see creators start to pull out in mass numbers. And keep in mind, for TwitchCon, we were already seeing creators pull out of it for their safety, and it now has just been validated by what Emmy Rue went through. And keep in mind that these creators at these conventions are like locked into contracts where they have to do these things as well, which you could argue they're being forced to be put in dangerous situations if these corporations are not willing to protect them. Whew, goodness me. But anyways, Emmy Rue went live and addressed everything that happened and talked about it, and I really want to get to what she said. So let's do that. And also, I just want to say that only for 48 hours, my Patreon is at 30% off using the code Bonnie and Dolly to celebrate 4,000 members. Over there, we have reacted to Trisha Paytas's Big Broadway Dream, Escape the Night Season 3, Escape the Night Season 2, Escape the Night Season 1, Mr. Beast Season 1 of Beast Games, and a lot more. But let's get over to Emmy Rue's video addressing what happened at TwitchCon. Now, if you remember, if you were on my stream yesterday, when we were talking about this topic, Emmy Rue actually was live, and I wanted to wait for Emmy Rue to kind of upload a VOD because obviously I can't imagine the stress of being in this moment. I wanted her to be able to put out exactly what she wanted to instead of just reacting to her live. So sorry for the delay, but I felt it was important to allow her time to gather her thoughts. So let's get to it.
Wake the up, samurai. We have a city to burn. Okay, so first of all, you guys will have to forgive me because I'm not meant to be doing streams like this. I'm meant to be playing fucking dress up in my room, playing video games, okay? I did not want to have to do like a stream like this. Like, it feels like I'm doing like a fucking press conference or something. But first of all, hope you guys are all feeling okay. Sorry you had to see that. You know what I'm supposed to be doing right now, actually? I'm supposed to be going over my run of show for my TwitchCon show, which I am still doing, by the way, because
Oh my God.
all the work that the production staff and the cosplayers in it put into it, it's not their fault that happened. I'm still gonna do it.
I also feel so sad for her that she feels the need to have to do this because of the work that other people have put in the production and stuff like that. Like, this is literally being forced into do it when you know that, like, you don't feel safe. And I hope that people take this with the utmost seriousness, and the fact that Twitch aren't is incredibly disappointing and alarming, actually.
But yeah.
What happened at TwitchCon? So Emmy Rue, who we see right here, was doing a meet and greet, and this man basically just walked through the meet and greet line and went up and basically just assaulted her, like hugged her, tried to kiss her, grabbed her, and no one reacted until security runs out. And it was actually Emmy Rue's own security that she had just hired for the event. Now, Emmy Rue's personal security that she normally brings to these events, she was banned from bringing him because he got banned from TwitchCon a couple of years ago when someone did the same-ish thing to him, and the security, like, got him kicked out. And that security guard is now banned. So what makes this even worse is Emmy Rue's own security was banned from the event, and it was the security that she brought with her, a different one, that actually came in and pulled the man off of her. But Twitch security did nothing. Their response was nothing. The man walked free, and it was just...
I don't even know where to fucking start. I don't know if you guys can see this. I wrote fucking notes for this because there's so much stuff that I feel like needs to be talked about, which is also why I was very aggressive in my tweet earlier today, which is... I mean,
and so warranted.
I am never like that, but I just feel like, in a way, it's my responsibility, you know what I mean?
And also, Twitch just responded, and they were like, the security's the utmost respect, and then Emmy Rue responded and was like, it was only the utmost respect when my manager pushed you for it.
Because it's not just about me, like, this could have happened to anyone. Honestly, for all we know, this could have already happened to someone, a small streamer, and someone just wasn't filming it. Which, okay, I'll just start this by saying, shout out to the guy who filmed it and put it on Twitter. Because last night after this happened, I was thinking, like, fuck, like, I have to talk about this. Like, people need to know that this happened. Like, how am I gonna do that? And then someone happened to post it on Twitter.
Wow.
So thank fucking God I didn't have to figure that out myself. Which, okay, like I said, this is gonna be a mess because I'm not meant to be doing these kinds of streams. I don't think that Twitch would have put out an official statement if that clip wasn't posted and going viral. And even after the fact that that clip was posted and going viral, as far as I know, the other people who had meet and greets today were not reached out to ask if they wanted extra security or if they...
I completely agree with her. And also, two things to note there. It's incredibly sad that she was basically thinking, like, how is she going to talk about this or address this if basically, like, it's such a devastating, like, thought where she's saying, like, there's no proof. And she was almost grateful that someone recorded it. And secondly, Twitch not responding to it unless there was a clip. I completely agree with her there. And the fact that other creators were not warned about this and extra security was immediately put in place just shows a lot about the convention.
They wanted to cancel their meet and greet. Like, maybe some people were, but I know for a fact Extra Emily wasn't. My personal manager made sure that she had extra security. No one reached out to her. Don't know about everyone, but I know that for a fact. Okay, so let's just start from the beginning, because I want to be able to run through everything before the show starts. The show starts in a fucking hour.
Dude. I can't even begin to, like, fathom how she's feeling in this moment, and the fact that literally she's sitting backstage at TwitchCon, the same convention right now, about to go on stage to an even bigger audience.
Okay, my notes are a fucking mess. It looks like a schizo board. But yeah, again, thank you to the guy that put it on Twitter. Thank you to the people that talked about it, because otherwise, I don't know if anything would have been done or would have been taken seriously. Straight up. So, I'm just gonna go through, from my perspective, what happened, what I saw, the order of events. So, I was doing my meet and greet, and I've seen people saying that it was an obligation given to me, like to be a featured creator and to have my show, I had to do a meet and greet, which is true. I was told that I had to do a meet and greet, but...
Also, I hope to God people are not framing that in the way that, like, well, yeah, you knew you were going to do a meet and greet. Don't dare play that card. Don't dare play that card. There's a level of respect from both parties whenever a meet and greet is involved, and that is not assaulting someone. How dare you? Specifically with these female creators who are genuinely the target of most of this, with these parasocial, creepy fucking men.
But as far as I know, there's some people that canceled. Regardless, I didn't cancel. I thought it was going to be fine. So,
and I think framing there in terms of a lot of streamers pulled out of doing meet and greets or even doing TwitchCon in general, specifically political streamers, women political streamers, women streamers were kind of the biggest demographic that pulled out after what happened to Charlie Kirk. That's it. Like, we're literally seeing that. And the fact that things were validated here, that, like, security wasn't that on, I
show up at 4. I'm doing my meet and greet. This happened about 30 minutes into my meet and greet, so I was probably only like 20 to 30% done with my meet and greet.
Did she have to continue her meet and greet after this?
I was just taking a picture with someone else, like completely normal, nice guy. And then I see out of the corner of my eye, there's a guy walking around the side of the meet and greet, and he crosses in front of the meet and greet of the person to the left of me, which is a VTuber. So he's able to walk up and in front of another streamer's meet and greet, and then he walks up to me, and he's like walking with a purpose, you know what I mean? And
you could see it in the video.
Me, but I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, but in my head, I'm like, it seems like he's supposed to be here, and then he leans in like he's gonna tell me something. So in my head, I'm like, maybe it's like TwitchCon staff like coming to let me know something, because like sometimes it'll happen.
The, like, walking with intention as well, thinking, like, he maybe is some... Like, that's so fucking scary.
We're at an event, and someone will, like, come up to, like, let you know something, you know what I mean? But I'm still, like, freaked out because he grabbed me. That's not normal. And then he grabs my face, and he leans in, and lips puckered, tries to kiss me. And I start screaming. You can't hear it in the clip, but I'm fucking screaming my head off. And then my security... Twitch's security is, like, nowhere near me, nor to be found. I can see them, but they don't do anything. My security jumps up and shoves the guy away from me and is like, get the fuck out of here. and he's allowed to walk away and leave.
Crazy.
Yeah, so then after this point, I did not see a lot of what happened here. This is just based off what people in the line told me. My friend Bonnie, who was there, told me, and Melissa, my manager, told me. So the woman who moved me away from the meet and greet was my personal manager. That was not Twitch staff. No one in Twitch staff came up to me to like see what was going on.
Sorry, the fact that TwitchCon staff didn't react in the moment and they didn't react after. What are we doing? And also, the fact that this is now commonly known, we are going to see something more disastrous happen at a creator meet and greet at one of these conventions soon when people now know how accessible these people are.
My manager and Bonnie moved me to the back and they're like hugging me and being like, do you want to finish your meet and greet, basically. And I was back there for like a minute and I was like, you know what, like I want to finish it because like of all these people here that, you know, they're just nice, normal people. And I go back out there and still there's no one from Twitch there. And the poor guy that I was taking the picture with originally, he's like fucking mortified. And he's like, what the fuck just happened? And again, no one from Twitch there. I say to this guy, I'm like, I'm sorry you had to see that. And he's like, no, like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Why am I having to tell the TwitchCon attendees and my fans, sorry you had to see that, and not like someone from Twitch or Twitch security? Anyway, so I didn't see this. This is just what my friend and my manager were telling me. The Twitch security like kind of like got together after that and we were like, wait, what happened? Oh, I didn't even see what happened, haha, and just like started talking about something else.
Oh Lord.
So it's like, okay, and then
also, if something really bad had happened to Emmy Rue, based on their reaction time, they still wouldn't have even like been aware of what was happening until quite a lot of time after, which is just incredibly alarming.
That's the
also, it's alarming from the creator standpoint, but it also should be alarming to the fans that go that they're, you know, also not, you know what I mean? Security isn't that tight that if something happens to them, you know, the fans are equally as important as the creators.
That's what happened, just to like line all that up. But I didn't talk at all about the aftermath of all of this at all, and I don't think anyone knows this, save for like maybe some streamers that I'm friends with that came to spend time with me or that I talked to last night. Whew, okay. I finished the meet and greet, and I was escorted back to my hotel by my one security guard. Oh, and also, by the way, I've seen
her security guard.
People bring up clips of me talking about how my previous favorite security guard was permabanned from TwitchCon because at a previous TwitchCon 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, there was a stalker and he held him by the arm until police got there, and because of that, he was indefinitely banned from TwitchCon, like from all of TwitchCon, not just the venue, because that was in Las Vegas. Anyway, that just a sign.
Sorry, her security guard getting banned from the event from protecting her from a stalker is fucking psychotic. Like, it's actually hard to believe.
Okay, man, I wrote down a lot of shit here.
And I also wonder that if something had happened to her and she didn't have that one security guard that she hired that pushed off, and they had banned her security guard, surely Twitch would be held liable for that.
Can I just also say, what you guys are seeing here is character development. I've always been the person who never says shit. Like, I just want everyone to have fun and for things to go well. Why am I the person who has to do this? So anyway, after I'm escorted back to my hotel, I let some of my friends know they come to my hotel to see me and spend time with me, like make sure I'm okay and everything. And then my manager's letting me know, she says, okay, my manager, I've contacted the police, they're gonna come talk to you about pressing charges, etc.
Also, her management and security are doing the jobs right now that the fucking hired staff at TwitchCon by TwitchCon should have been doing.
Find the guy.
This should have launched into an entire investigation by Twitch, by the way.
I'm like, what? Anyway.
Also the fact that they didn't find him and he just like walked immediately,
so
like when it immediately happened.
The police officer comes and talks to me, interviews my manager, talks to my Twitch partner manager, who by the way, she's so sweet, like she didn't do anything wrong here. All of that happens, and then I'm complaining to my friends. I'm like, the fuck do I do here, guys? Like, I have to talk about this. blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, like, don't worry about that right now. And then suddenly Wake's like, wait, why is my Discord saying hope Emmy's okay? And I'm like, oh, fuck. I guess the clip got posted. Again, thank God someone was filming, because otherwise I don't think Twitch would have said anything. So after that, I start getting a lot of messages. I'm responding to people, and my manager comes back to me, and she's upset. She's like, okay, I've been talking to Twitch people, and I'm really upset because I noticed a lot of negligence around the event, and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling it now. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I asked them, you know, like, what are they gonna do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days.
Dude. Literally. Their response to an in-person harassment being, we're gonna ban him from the platform for 30 days. The platform. What you're watching on right now. Dude. And also, yeah, 30 days.
What? And then she's obviously like, hello? Like, that needs to be indefinite. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, that's like nothing to do with anything. No one gives a fuck if he's banned on Twitch or not. Like, we're talking about the convention here.
Also, yeah, so how does that affect anything? How does that affect anything?
They change it to indefinite. Takes an hour for that to happen, by the way. These two people are the head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch.
Oh my god.
Also, later the same night, I'm not gonna drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't see it, but I had multiple people tell me that key Twitch representatives last night were out partying. Okay.
I believe
another
that.
detail. Sorry, my lines are all crazy here.
I believe that, and a problem for that was there was a day two. There was a day two where there should have been a complete overhaul of the security or Titan security or whatever, rather than going out and partying.
Twitch
sneezed.
didn't approach my manager to talk to their head of security. It took them 2 hours to approach her to talk about what happened. And by then, she had already talked to police and called a lawyer on her own. My manager, Melissa.
These creators are doing something more valuable for these conventions. Thank you. These creators are doing something more valuable to these conventions than these conventions are doing for these creators. Let's get that clear, right? These creators are bringing in the money for the conventions. They're doing the meet and greets. They're doing the panels. They're doing the shows. So they should be treated with such priority. And the fact they aren't makes me wonder how the fans are being treated.
And they showed her a photo of the guy that I believe a fan took, by the way. A fan took a photo of him, not one of their security guards. They're like, oh yeah, here's his photo. We're like gonna find him. He still had his badge and his wristband and everything. The guy.
And we saw him in streams just walking past.
I really feel like a lot of this process wouldn't have happened if it weren't for my manager advocating for me so hard. Which again, I'll get to that later. I'll keep going here. So they also showed my manager some security footage of the area, and the guy was he was waiting for there to be a gap in security, and there was. He was able to walk through the side, not through like the 2 lanes of meet and greet people who had signed up and been like background checked for my meet and greet. So he was able to just walk through because there just wasn't like consistent security there. Oh my gosh. And then, so yeah, that's basically my day yesterday.
Yeah, that's something I'm so confused at. They said we banned him from the platform for 30 days. If you didn't know his name and face, how the fuck did you do that?
And then today, this morning, I was told that
what gig did you go? I missed the 3 Arena. I love the 3 Arena in Dublin.
Flew in their global head of something to redesign the whole process and security of the con for the rest of the convention. Why wasn't there someone like that here already? Or like they didn't do that beforehand? Like, hello?
It's a great point she's making. And as well, it's like we see too many of these people rely on worst case scenario happening or almost happening for them then to make change. If we act like that, by the way, guys, we're not living very long. We are clearly living in a very, very, very different... Busted. Oh, that's fun. My brother loves. We live in a very different world right now that we can't wait for something scary to happen to people at these kind of events because they've been happening.
Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, they, I guess they know that they fucked up really bad if they're flying in their Amazon's global head. And also, I want to make it clear so that people understand this. I am so lucky and privileged, okay? Do you know how much I spent on security to be able to come to this event in the first place? Like, but I'm not just talking about yesterday, I'm talking about my security for, like, my RV trip that I did with my friends and stuff. I spent over $10,000. Some people who stream on Twitch don't even make $10,000 in a year. What the fuck are they supposed to do? Like, if you watch the clip, the security guard who pushes the guy away is my security. The woman who pulls me to the back, my manager. If you're a small streamer and you don't have
such a good
point, or someone in your line's not filming, what the fuck do you do? No one would have known. Like, it's actually
such a
insane.
good point.
Like, I'm genuinely angry. Like, I am not an angry person. Like, it's just ridiculous. And, like, honestly, I genuinely think there have been other people who have been sexually assaulted, groped, like, who fucking knows, worse, at these conventions, and just nobody knows. Because, like I said, they didn't post any kind of announcement, weren't letting other streamers with similar events as me, similar meet and greets know, until there was, like, a viral clip. And by the way, they can't even mention my name in it. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
That as well, I noted, which was very weird. In Twitch's response, that felt very AI or just sloppy at a bare minimum. If it wasn't, then Jesus Christ. It was a bunch of just company BS. Like, we value the, you know, privacy and we respect creators and blah, 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 blah. But they didn't name her. They didn't fucking name her in it. Which just feels like an insane deflection of not trying to bring more attention to something, but it's already viral that you should be addressing it head on.
Thank you. And okay, hold on. Let me pull up what they wrote because
a flip phone, love.
That was another thing that was crazy to wake up to.
I love those little flip phones.
All right, let me read this. The safety and security of all those attending TwitchCon is our highest priority. The behavior displayed by the individual involved in the incident yesterday involving a high-profile streamer was completely unacceptable and deeply unsettling. In line with existing TwitchCon security protocols, law enforcement event security were on site. That's a lie. That's literally a lie.
Ooh.
And responded to the incident. We immediately blocked this individual from returning to the TwitchCon premises, and they're banned indefinitely from Twitch, both online and in-person events. Okay, like, no one cares about online. We are coordinating with the impacted creators team, that's true, and per our standard protocols, continue to cooperate with any law enforcement investigations. We've increased security at the meet and greet attendee check-in point, and we'll have additional...
It's also very frustrating hearing their response when you hear from Emmy Rue that it was her team and her manager that was pushing for all of this.
Security personnel surrounding participating streamers. If you've RSVP'd for a meet and greet, please know that we're unable to accommodate +1s for the remainder of the event. You know why they said that? They only thought about that because of Melissa, my manager. She said, were you vetting people coming through the line? They said, oh yeah, everyone had to sign up and they get background checks, but they're allowed to bring a +1. Well, are there +1s background checked? No. Oof. Melissa was like,
that's
okay,
a
guys,
crazy fucking loophole, dude.
Twitch has zero tolerance for harassment or acts that inhibit the safety and security of our community.
I feel like I've gone to events for less where I need to, like, put my friends in a +1. For my dinner sometime reservations. Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I would love to give some, like, experience on this, but, like, whenever I've done VidCon, I've never gone to anyone's, like, meet and greets. No, I haven't. So I've never RSVP'd for anything because I haven't done it. But, my God, if anyone has, like, what's the process like?
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I'm just tired, guys. Like, I'm just so tired of... I've just had so many things happen. And, like, you know, stuff just happens. Like, especially when you're, like, a creator or, like, a girl creator in particular. But
women
I just feel like I've been
streamers.
failed so many times or lied to so many times. And I'm always like, you know, it's okay, we'll figure it out. You should have figured it out already. You should have fucking figured it out already. Oh my God. So yeah, that's basically, unless I'm forgetting something, the rundown of everything. But yeah, it's fucking insane. And I mean, I'm not usually the type of person to talk about this stuff, but it's like, well, did I lie about anything? No. Like,
God,
well,
this
you're
is
gonna be
horrible.
mad at me for telling, like, the things that y'all did wrong. And like, okay, so another thought that I had.
I also just can't believe that this entire time she is backstage at TwitchCon day 2, I think it was, or maybe this was the first day. I think it was day 2. Yeah, it was. She's backstage at TwitchCon right now, about to go and do a show for them because she didn't want to let down the production team who worked so hard on it.
Like, maybe like the reason Twitch said in their thing, like, oh, security immediately got the guy. Maybe, like, you know, they hired, like, shitty security and they, like, lighted up so they wouldn't, like, you know, lose their job or not get paid. Maybe if you guys had, like, you know, actual cameras and, like, good comms, no one would be able to lie or have to lie.
Yeah.
Like, why is it better to, or, like, easier to find out something happened in fucking Among Us than at TwitchCon? Hello? It's fucking insane. But yeah, I just want to tell you guys all that. This is character development. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm so sick of it. Like, this was just the final straw for me. Oh my goodness.
Also, it's a privilege for TwitchCons and VidCons to have creators come, so the fact that they're not even willing to do the bare minimum protection of them is such a fuck you to them.
Oh. But yeah, I have been... Okay, something else. Sorry, I just keep remembering shit. It's gonna be like this for the rest of the stream. I saw a thing that said I was in their, like, top 5 or top 10 most followed streamers attending this event. Again, if that happened to me, what the fuck is happening to small creators that we don't even hear about because no one's filming them?
True.
Like, they tweet it and, like, Twitch doesn't feel the need to follow up with them or publicly. It's just...
It's such a fair point, dude.
But yeah, I think I covered everything, and I've been a streamer on Twitch for 10 years. I attended the very first or maybe the second TwitchCon ever in 2016, 2015. And yeah, like, I understand back then it was different, but I feel like I know they say there's security upgrades, but it really feels like there's not. Like, another thing that happened I forgot to mention. So the way that the meet and greet worked is, like, people line up, they come through, they take a picture, then they're supposed to walk through the back and leave. There were people walking through the back trying to come up to my booth, or, like, I mean, not all of them were, like, malicious intent, obviously. Like, some people would leave and be like, oh shit, my picture is bad, I'm gonna go back and ask for another one. And my manager had to be the one to tell them, like, oh no, you can't, like, keep moving. And there was even, like...
Dude, it's just a recipe for disaster.
Was able to walk through the back of my meet and greet, and was like, oh hey, like, can I come say hi? And it's like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god, it was just horrible. Like, there was no thought put into it at all.
Again, I think, first of all, it says a lot about her that in talking about this, she's addressing the fact that she was one of the biggest creators that went. And if this is how she's being treated in times like this, or this is how her things are being ran, what about creators who are below her in statistics in any way? Or even just small streamers who are going as a paid fan?
And yeah, I was like, man, it's just fucking naked and afraid out here. Like, thank God I have my manager and my...
And again, we live in I saw someone say it's not the manager's role. Not in the slightest. And also, we just live in a world now where we cannot be this lax with events like this. Either don't do them or do them properly.
Security, my friends. But, like, I just feel so bad for, you know, Twitch creators who wouldn't be able to be in that position. Are you okay, though? This is gonna sound fucked up, honestly. I'm so desensitized to stuff like that when it happens, Christ. I kind of just go into, like, lock-in mode. I'm like, okay, I need to just lock in and, like, get through this. Worry about it later. So that's how I was able to finish my meet and greet. Like, my friends were telling me, like, bro, if it was me, I would have been crying.
These people should not be put in this position.
And like I said, I was going back out there and having to apologize to people in my own line. Being like, I'm sorry you saw that. I hope you're okay. And then they, of course, were like, what the fuck? Why are you saying that to
Jesus
me? But
Christ.
I felt like I had to because no one else was there. And like I said on Twitter...
Just another example of a woman being put in an unsafe or dangerous position and feeling the need to have to apologize for something that she needs to be apologized to.
Like, I really wish I didn't have this opinion. Like, I love trying to be, like, the positive. Like, oh, let's get together and have fun, everyone. I really, like, would discourage other creators from going back to TwitchCon, not just because it was able to happen at all, and what happened during it, and the aftermath.
How it was happening. I think that's such a good point. Not only that it was able to happen, that no one reacted in the moment, but what happened after, and how seriously or unserious they took it.
Like, it's just crazy. Like, why would their PR team say that? Like, you can literally see in the clip that he's allowed to walk away. But yeah,
and again, such a great point that if that's on video and they're choosing to lie, imagine if it wasn't on video. Would they just deny it completely?
Thank you guys. Appreciate all the support and stuff. It was pretty crazy. Getting all the messages and stuff last night. And again, I've said it like 5 fucking times. Thank fucking God that someone was filming and decided to post it. Because if not, you know what I would be doing today? I would be so fucking stressed being like, okay, do I have to disrupt my stuff that I have planned to announce that this thing happened to me and let people know that it could happen to them? So thank fucking God for that guy. Like, thank you so much for doing that. And I would just encourage everyone just to stand the fuck up. Stand up for yourself, stand up for other people, because if you don't, look what fucking happens, which is crazy because I saw Valkyrie, I saw Pokey, I saw Hassan, I saw Cutie saying, I don't really want to go to TwitchCon because I don't feel safe. And everyone was saying that they were stupid or overreact. Not everyone, but a lot of people. A large portion of people were saying that. And Twitch's response to that was to be like, oh, don't worry, everyone else. We upped security. I should have listened to them.
Jesus Christ.
Especially because, I mean, a lot of people know stuff like this has happened to me in the past, and I just keep going. Like, I'm the kind of person that's like, you know what, I'm not gonna let a shitty person or a shitty thing ruin my life or, like, what's going on for me, you know what I mean? Fuck it, we ball. So I was like, I'm gonna go anyway. I'm just gonna be smart. I'm gonna pay for security. I'm only gonna do my show. How is someone gonna attack
It's also just crazy that she paid for extra security as well, and this happened.
me on my show? I'm only gonna do my meet and greet. How the fuck would they get into a meet and greet? It's roped off with security. Nope. Nope. Lesson learned. And also after it happened, Twitch did offer if I wanted some of their Twitch security. I was like,
it is assault, yeah.
I was lucky enough that Clemens, who's one of my usual security guards, flew out from Austin, Texas this morning to be there with me today. Have to go to lengths like that. And I have 2 other security guards. One of them's
all this again for an event that, like, creators were purposely not going to because they were like, oh, it's not going to feel safe, just to be validated.
But I have my personal security guard I feel comfortable with is, like, my main guy. And they said that they, like, changed security for the show and stuff. But yeah, I'm just done. Like, this is the kind of thing that it's like, once you break the trust or something like this, you're never getting it back. I'm sorry, you're just not. Like, and it's not like this is the first time that something like this has happened. So, like, the trust was already kind of broken, and that caused a lot of people not want to come. Like, for example, people were talking about how last year, Nick, NPLOL, and Wake Wilder, got assaulted. A guy literally walked up to Nick on stream and licked his nipple. Which, again, if that wasn't filmed on stream,
God,
would anything have been done? I don't fucking know. And they didn't even make, like, an official announcement about it. They didn't reach out to Nick, as far as I know. He was
Dude, these conventions aren't going to last much longer.
And it was way after the con. So it's like, did they just not think it was a big deal? Is it because Nick's a guy? Like, hello? I'm supposed to be working on my run of show right now. I am still doing the show, like I said, because of the production staff worked really hard on it. And the cosplayers involved worked really hard on it, so...
Dude, the fact as well that low-key she's kind of admitting here that she feels forced into doing the show a day after she was assaulted at the convention.
I still want to do it, but this is going to be my last TwitchCon show. I'm doing it with Baby No Money and Lil Neff, so... Even though we haven't really had time to go over this in practice, it'll be fine. It'll be a shit show, but it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fun. Lots of talented people working in Twitch production, and all that. It's, yeah.
It's just not
anyway,
right.
How are we feeling, guys?
We'll leave it there. It's just not right. It's not right. And again, if you're unwilling to do the measures that are necessary in the big year 2025, then don't do the convention. She just makes such a great point. And the fact that she's further highlighting the 2 other issues of this, which are, what does this mean for smaller creators if something happens to them? And number 2, this has completely validated the amount of creators that said they weren't going to go to TwitchCon because of safety concerns. What's going to happen next year at these events? Is anyone going to go? Is anyone going to go? It's crazy. It really is fucking crazy. I can't. I really can't. It's just not right at all. And we'll leave it there for now.